friends, it's Heather, the Butterfly Effect plant-based weight loss. And today is a Wednesday, and that makes it Weigh-In Wednesday. And that's the day that I come on here and I weigh in about what's going on in my life, and I weigh in on the scale and tell you how that's going. And last week, I had kind of a hard week. I had a lot of stress. If you want to hear about it, I made a video about it. And I had something else happen that I wanted to tell you about this week that I didn't want to talk about last week. So there was a lot going on and I didn't handle it very well. And I put on 2 pounds last week. And the good news is I took back off those 2 pounds and 1 more this week. So I'm really happy about that. And I think that that's pretty remarkable for the fact that it was Thanksgiving, right? Had a pretty healthy Thanksgiving. Had a really small Thanksgiving, just me and my son, Joe. And we had a great day. And then that evening, I was able to help a friend that I take care of. Sue has cerebral palsy, and her caregivers wanted Thanksgiving night off. So I stayed the night with her, and I got to, man, I feel more like a vet tech. My friend is in a wheelchair, but she has this really cool thing called a Hoyer lift. And she has the track all the way through her house. And so all I do is arrange her into her Hoyer lift, and it takes her to the restroom, to the kitchen, to her chair, to all the places. It's really kind of cool. And she does need help with like her personal care and with, you know, I make her meals and things like that. But it's pretty cool. But one of the things that I always do when I'm there is take care of her pets. She has all these senior pets and pets that have disabilities, just like she does. She has a real heart for them, and she has 24-hour caregivers, so the pets are really well cared for. But I'm telling you, I feel like a vet tech whenever I go over there, because there was one kitty who has diabetes, and I had to give him a shot of insulin, and I've never done that for a pet before. But what a sweetheart. Oreo, you are a good kitty. And I had to also use a lifestyle meter. I had never used one of those where you just wave it over the meter, like it has the meter implanted. So that was kind of cool. And then there's one dog who needed eye drops, 2 different kinds of eye drops, and I had to give them 5 minutes apart. And there's one dog who has epilepsy, so I had to give, that was actually the easiest one because Kazi really likes his treats. But just all kinds of sweet fur babies with all kinds of problems. And so that's what I did on Thanksgiving. And it just made me really, really grateful for my healthy pets, for my own health, and for such a forgiving body, right? Like our bodies know how to heal. They can reverse so many things if we just give them the right conditions. It's like if you were growing a garden and all you gave your plants was salt water or Gatorade, you know, all the time. You give your plants Gatorade and the poor things. And then finally you figure out that what they really need is water, and they get pure water and maybe compost or whatever they need, the actual nutrition. And suddenly they thrive and they work the way they were supposed to. And I think that's a pretty good analogy for what a lot of us do. And it got me thinking about something Paul McCartney said, was that if slaughterhouses had glass walls, everybody would be vegan. He said vegetarian. There was no vegan. The vegan wasn't a word at the time. But he's right. Like if people could see what goes on, nobody would be able to handle it. And we'd all be horrified like we should be, right? And I think if people could see what's happening in their bodies when they eat trash, they would also be horrified, and they would do the right thing. They would eat the fruits and vegetables. And so sometimes I think, why are you really doing this? Is it for your hiney or for your health? You know, are you doing it because you want to fit in your jeans or you want to look good in the family pictures? There's certainly nothing wrong with that, but that's a pretty sketchy kind of motivation, because if I binge today, I'll still fit in my jeans tomorrow. Does that make sense? It won't show up right away. And the same is true with my health. It might take a long time. And so because it's an invisible process, I might not give it the due that I need to. Give it the consideration and the importance. So I had the gift of having a CAT scan on my lungs this week. And that doesn't sound like a gift, but I have tumors in my lungs. I'm working on healing them. It was diagnosed in 2015. And I used to get CAT scans annually, and now I get them every 2 years. And the great news is that there was no change from last time. So tumors aren't growing, tumors aren't spreading to other parts of my body. Yay, right? Very, very, very grateful for that. On the other hand, tumors haven't changed. And what have I done in those last 2 years? I haven't been on track since probably, I don't even know when I first started going off track, but I got to my ideal weight at October 18th, 2017. I will never forget it, because that was a huge day for me. That was the first time in my life that I felt like I had conquered something that had dominated my life for so long. And I slowly backslid, and I slowly let go of that accomplishment. And I'm trying my darndest to get back there. And maybe not that weight, you know, that weight was 132 was the lowest I got. I took off 303 pounds total. I don't know that I even want to be that low. And honestly, the number on the scale doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It used to. What means something to me is having a body that works and that will take me to the rest of my life. I'm 50 years old. I would love to think I'm at the halfway mark, but only if I'm going to have a healthy, strong rest of my life. And so one of the things that CAT scan told me, that was pretty shocking to me, because I've been a vegan for 11 years, but that CAT scan told me that I have some plaque on my heart arteries, including the LAD, which is, I don't remember what it is, but they call that the widowmaker when you have a blockage in your LAD. And I don't remember what it is right now. I'll probably look it up after I make the video. Just really the beginnings of one, nothing where I'm going to have a heart attack, but it's a good reminder. If we had see-through bodies, what would we be seeing right now? Like, we notice fat because we can see it, but we can't see all the havoc that's happening in our bodies. We can't see that our organs are being destroyed by too high of blood sugar, or, you know, our eyes are being damaged, our brains are being damaged by the things that we eat. And we think we have tomorrow, you know, play today, pay tomorrow is how I have lived a lot of my life. And I'm, you know, I really like what Dr. Klaper says, Dr. Klapper is a plant-based doctor. If you don't know him, you need to look him up. He's adorable. I love him so much. He's one of my very favorite plant-based doctors because he has such compassion and he's such a kind person and he's brilliant, but he hasn't lost that compassion for the patient, compassion for animals. He doesn't seem to get impatient with us, even when we mess up over and over, right? Dr. Klapper says, your body never looks away. And when he used to bring people to the center where he worked, the health center, True North Health Center, he would say, welcome to camp, stop fooling yourself. And my CAT scan was a good reminder. It was a trip back to camp, stop fooling yourself. Like, what do you think you're doing? Why do you think you have tomorrow? Why do you think you have tomorrow? We're in the middle of a pandemic. And this virus picks and chooses who it wants to pick on. It picks on people by age. It picks on people by health condition a lot. And a lot of us have things that we don't even know are going on. I have the privilege of getting to look inside my heart and my lungs every couple of years. Most people don't get that. What is going on in there? It's not about how jiggly your thighs are. It's not about having a roll when you sit down. It's about having a life. It's about having a stroke and having other people wipe your bottom for the rest of your life and being stuck in a room by yourself in a facility or something. The consequences are really, really strong. And just because we can't see them happening doesn't mean they're not happening. And I had somebody that I care about so much get diagnosed with COVID-19. And this person is very private, and so I'm not going to talk about who they are, but they're someone in my family, and they're someone I love so much. And I was so worried about them. They seem like they're doing well. They're on about day 8 or 10 of the illness, and they're getting better, but they're not getting away unscathed. And this person is young and healthy and vegan. I keep seeing people thinking, saying that they think that possibly this doesn't hurt vegans or doesn't infect vegans, or this is an ethical vegan. They never cheat, never cheat. I know that for a fact about this person. And so it's real. People can get sick. This person's a healthcare worker. They took care of people knowing that they had this, and they took care of them anyway because they love and care about people. And so, again, we're putting ourselves at unnecessary risk by being overweight. That's just the truth. We're putting ourselves at unnecessary risk by not dealing with our type 2 diabetes. If we have type 2 diabetes, thank God mine is controlled. I literally thank God that I have a normal blood sugar now. I have a normal A1C because I had that in my past. But again, I can't pretend like just because I'm vegan, everything is all better, or that it doesn't matter if I go off track and then have to get back on track. It matters a lot. It might matter with my whole life. If our bodies were see-through, I think that we would be so much kinder. Your body never looks away. If you have your health, be very, very grateful. If you woke up this morning, that was a privilege not afforded to so many people right now. People love you. If you can't do it for yourself, think about all the people who love you and take care of you, and you take care of. What would they do without you? I think about that a lot. I really, really love all of you. And I want you to know that I am 150% committed, like 1,000% committed to getting this weight back off, but mostly to just eating only food that fuels my body. Are you fueling yourself or fooling yourself? Only food that fuels my body, that makes me healthy and strong. Nothing that's gonna be something that my poor body's already gonna have to deal with, so that it doesn't have anything else to do but heal. I'm gonna give it all the building blocks it needs to heal and be vibrant and healthy and strong going forward. And I just wanted to come on here and make that commitment to you. And I also wanted you to, if you are a person who prays, or a person of faith, or even a person that just wants to send some good energy to that person that I love that's dealing with COVID, I would really appreciate it. I can't even tell you how much I would appreciate it. I would consider it a personal favor. I love you all. Please take care of yourself. Please think about tomorrow. You know, before you take that bite, is it going to help you or harm you? Is it your medicine or your poison? Think about it and have a wonderful week.